Yamuna Tiravanachaari Yamuna Tiravanachaari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharadhari Yashodanandana Brajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachaari Yamuna Tiravanachaari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Namaskar Brahmans Parvirajacharya Stotra Sada Shri Srimati Inauguration Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki ISKCON founder Acharya, BBT founder Acharya, Jagat Guru, Savior of the whole world, Pati Pavan Srila Prabhupada Ki Anant Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Shri Shri Gandharvika Giridhari Shri Caitanya Mahaprabhu Ki Harinam Sankirtan Mahayagna Ki Nitai Gaur Premanande ISKCON Kannamangala, ISKCON Whitefield, ISKCON Sri Nrsimha Giridhari Mandir, Bhakta Vrinda Ki ISKCON Guru Vrinda Ki Nitai Gaur Premanande Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhatreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Hare Krishna Shri Shri Gandharvika Giridhari Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Ki Jai Sarva Vigna Vinashak Bhaktavatsal Nrsimhadev Bhagavan Ki Jai Prabhupada Pavan Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langete Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Today is known as the Varaha Dwadashi. Today is the day when Lord Varaha actually appeared. But we fasted yesterday because generally we don't fast on Dwadashi day. So we fasted yesterday. So it's very important that today we hear or read something about Sri Varaha Day. It's one of the 10 incarnations known as the Sukara Rupa. Sukara, Varaha, the boar incarnation of the Lord. This is described in the third canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 17, 18, and 19. So in the chapter 17, it deals with how the birth of Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu happens in this world. Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu are born to a personality who is called Diti. But Diti knew that these two children that I am carrying in my womb are going to be a big, big trouble, hindrance, and troublemakers for this world. Diti knew this. So what does Diti do? She carries the children in her womb for 100 years. In other words, she doesn't want to release them. She doesn't want them to come out of her womb because she knows that as soon as they come out of her womb, they're going to cause a great deal of turmoil and whatever, trouble and so on in this world. So after 100 long years of pregnancy, Diti finally gives birth to two sons, twins basically, Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyaksha is born first and Hiranyakashipu is born later. But according to the Vedic system, the firstborn Hiranyaksha, technically in one sense you could say Hiranyaksha is kind of older than Hiranyakashipu because Hiranyakashipu comes later, comes out of the womb later. But Srila Prabhupada explains that according to the Vedic system, Hiranyakashipu was conceived first, after which Hiranyaksha was conceived. So from a strictly Vedic perspective, Hiranyakashipu was older than Hiranyaksha. But if you look at who appeared first in this world, it was Hiranyaksha. Hiranyaksha, very great brothers actually, in one sense, because the Lord had to incarnate 2 times to handle these 2 mischievous, naughty brothers. He came as Varaha to handle Hiranyaksha, and he came as the great Narasimha to handle Hiranyakashipu. And it is the same 2 personalities who later on incarnate, or whatever. I don't want to use the word incarnate, that is a very honorable way of they appeared as Ravana and Kumbhakarna. They appeared as Ravana and Kumbhakarna. And Ravana and Kumbhakarna somehow one incarnation could handle. There was no need for 2 incarnations then. So it is said that this Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, they grew very, very fast. Very, very quickly. I don't know what they were consuming, Complan, Horlicks, I don't know what Vedic version of that was prevalent then, but they really grew very fast. Very soon they became so powerful and mighty. They became the size of they became the size of not elephant or dinosaur or something. They became the size of some mountains. That's how big they became. And it is said that when Hiranyaksha would walk, or Hiranyakashipu for that matter, the earth would shudder, earth would shake from its orbit. That was how big they had become, and that is how powerful they were. The earth would shake when they put a foot, and they put their next foot, and then the earth is shivering. It's almost like the earthquake like that. They became so massive. And they're born of demoniac mentality. And hence they were exhibiting properties of demons. That means they were practically terrorizing everybody that they could come across. In the Bhagavatam 17th chapter, 3rd canto, it is mentioned that their very birth signaled signal was indicated by many inauspicious symbols or signs. There was huge lightning and thunder at that point of time, but there were no clouds. Lightning, thunder without clouds. And at times there was no breeze, but gigantic trees would come crashing down as if there was a storm. And when there was breeze, it was like the breeze could be felt on the skin as sharp knives. And then it is said that the cows were so terrified by the appearance of these two demons that instead of giving milk, they were giving blood. And the jackals and the foxes and the owls were making hideous sounds. And the donkeys and the dogs, sometimes they bark, sometimes it appears like they're crying. I don't know if you've noticed that. The wailing sound of a dog. So it appeared like there was for no reason. I mean, of course, there was a reason that these two demons had appeared. So they were wailing. So practically the whole 17th chapter is describing what all happened when these two personalities appeared. But it's quite a stark contrast to what happens when the Lord appears. When the Lord appeared on the Ashtami, Gokula Ashtami. So it should only be the half moon. But though the Lord appeared on Ashtami, it is said that the moon became so happy because the Lord chose to appear in the Chandravamsha. Lord means Lord Krishna. He chose to appear in the Chandravamsha. And out of sheer ecstasy and happiness, though it is supposed to be half moon on 8th Ashtami, the moon was glowing fully. I mean, it was like a Purnima. And it is said that there was so much auspiciousness all around. And when the Lord appeared in the Kamsa's jail, suddenly Devaki felt there are hundreds of personalities around me who are coming in and going out of this jail. Yeah, it is true, because when the Lord Krishna appeared, hundreds of these devatas came. Hundreds of personalities, devatas, were coming in, paying obeisances to Krishna and then going out. And Deva could not quite see them. So it was a fact that there were hundreds of devatas coming and going, who came to have darshan of the Lord and greet him, because that was the commencement of another incarnation of the Lord. So that is how she felt, Devaki. And it's just like when Lord Caitanya appeared. It is said that far away in Shantipura, at that point of time, Haridas Thakur and Advaita Acharya, they felt so happy and ecstatic that they were dancing for hours together. Actually, Haridas Thakur and Advaita Acharya were a little elderly people. So they're not like young, whatever. So, but they were dancing in a great ecstasy for hours together. And both of them greeted each other and both of them spoke to each other and said that something special must have happened. Why are we feeling so light-hearted, so blissful and so happy? Then they conclude, maybe out of his causeless mercy, the Lord has accepted our prayers and maybe he has incarnated somewhere. Otherwise, how can we explain this ecstasy that we are feeling at all of a sudden? So it's quite a contrast between what happens when the Lord appears and these two demons appear. So now this Hiranyaksha, they match each other. Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, they match each other perfectly. So they would kind of go in different directions, but they're always looking for somebody to fight. Very strange. This is the Asura mentality. In Kali Yuga, somebody is looking all the time, they're looking for somebody to cheat. But there, these demons were looking for someone to fight. So, because they were so very powerful, indescribably powerful, everybody would run away at the sight of these two people. They would go away. And then they went even to the heavenly planets and they were shocked to see that even the heavenly planets has a deserted look. They can't find even a single devata there. So they're all hiding like snakes go into some holes in the earth, caves or something they hide. The devatas had all run away and they were hiding. They said, no, they are no match like that. So finally, Hiranyaksha becomes so tired that he can't find somebody to fight with. He just said that he dives into the ocean in a search for somebody with whom he can find, with whom he can fight. So there, he catches Varuna by surprise. Varuna is there sitting in his palace on his throne. So Hiranyaksha comes there, lands up there, and then catches Varuna by surprise by going and grabbing his feet. And he says, okay, now you cannot escape, at least you. Now because I'm holding your feet, where will you go? How will you escape from me? So in a very mocking way, insulting way, he says, okay, Varuna Dev, I'm holding your feet, as you can see. So please give me one boon. I've come here to take some blessings from you. And then he says, will you grant me the opportunity for a fight with you? Can both of us have a fight? Demons are demons. Their mind works like that. The devotees are so different. Devotees are so merciful. They're so kind. They're so loving. They're so giving. They're so forgiving. Devotees are very, very special. A typical devotee like Yudhishthira. It is said that at one point of time, Bhima and Draupadi and others were worried that if Duryodhana were to come and pay obeisances and ask for some boon from Yudhishthira, they were afraid that Yudhishthira will grant it. Because Yudhishthira was so gentle and kind and large-hearted. Because they get all these qualities, obviously they get from the Lord himself. Sadhu Bhushana, it's called. Glorious qualities of a devotee. There are 26 of them listed in the 20 of them are listed in the Bhagavad Gita also. 26 of them in the Caitanya Charitamrita, Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavatam also refers. Bhagavad Gita, especially 13th chapter, lists 20 qualities of a devotee. So devotees are very special people. But this demon is unique. So Varuna, he will get, he's cornered. Look at this Hiranyaksha holding his feet and then begging him, please, why don't we have a fight? So Varuna is thinking, what should I do? How can I respond to this guy? So Varuna will very diplomatically answer, you know what, Hiranyaksha, you should have come a little earlier, 1 or 2 years earlier. Now I've retired from all such things. I've retired and taken retirement. So I wish you had come a little earlier, then I would have satisfied your desire for a fight. But now you see, I've retired. But I'll suggest to you something. You know who is a suitable match for you? Then Varuna will tell him, you go and challenge Vishnu. He is the right match for you. He is the best match for you. Even Varuna answers in a very condescending and in a very insulting way. there you will find a suitable match for you. He will not only destroy your arrogance and pride, but he will destroy you also. So as soon as he hears this, Hiranyaksha, he becomes excited. He says, So at last there is confirmation that this Vishnu is probably a suitable match for me. That's what he thinks. Probably a suitable match for me. So then he goes searching for Vishnu. So then Vishnu is sporting in the ocean water. By the time he goes to see Vishnu, Vishnu has already taken the Varaha Avatara, Varaha incarnation. And as Varaha incarnation, Lord Vishnu, because something happens and the earth sinks into the, Bhudevi sinks into the depths of the ocean. Bhudevi is sunk into the depths of the ocean. So the Lord is worried that Bhudevi is sunk, and then what he does is he takes a Varaha incarnation and then dives into the ocean and picks up this Bhudevi from the Rasatala, Patala, that kind of a place, which is not a very clean place. So hence he takes the Varaha. Varaha means pig. Varaha, Sukra Rupa, incarnation. Then because it's a dirty place, he picks up the Mother Earth, Bhudevi, on his tusks and brings her up. As he's bringing up, Hiranyaksha sees it. Then Hiranyaksha makes some very sarcastic comments on the Lord. He says, "Oh, you are that person, huh? That person because of whom all these devatas and others have the courage to oppose me sometimes. Huh? So you are that person who in the past has killed some of my relatives." That means referring to the Lord having killed some demons in the past. You are that person, isn't it? Today you have met your match. I am there. Let me see how you will escape from my presence. And then Hiranyaksha threatens him and then challenges him for a fight, one-to-one combat. He says, "Today, by defeating you, I'll be cutting away the root that is the root of the support, a big tree that supports all the Brahmanas, the Vaishnavas, the devotees, and the Devatas. So when I cut the root, they also will become helpless and they'll die." Actually, it is said that sometimes the Lord doesn't mind if some piercing words are said about him. But the Lord definitely minds when some piercing, insulting words are said about his devotees. They're very dear to him. So he says, "I'm going to kill all your so-called devotees also. Let me see who will come to their rescue once I kill you." So it is said that the Lord may not, he cannot tolerate when his devotees are being spoken about in a very insulting way, like how Hiranyaksha speaks. So it is said that though the Lord felt deeply hurt, he was concerned about the safety of Mother Earth. He brings the Mother Earth back on the surface and places Mother Earth in a place from where he can always see that she's protected. And it's very interesting that it is mentioned in this, that the Lord invests some of his energy into the Mother Earth so that she can float. I hope you understand what I'm saying. On its own, otherwise Mother Earth will sink. But the Lord invests some of his energy into the Mother Earth, Bhudevi, so she can float and not sink. So in other words, this is also called the principle of empowerment. The Lord empowers his devotees, the Guru empowers his devotees, his disciples. Lord Caitanya empowers everybody who is going out to preach. It is upon the personal empowerment of Lord Caitanya. Anybody who is taking risk and preaching, the Lord empowers, Lord Chaitanya empowers them, protects them, guides them, instructs them, inspires them, because they're carrying out a mission on behalf of Lord Chaitanya. It's Lord Chaitanya's wish that everybody should become devotees. But, as per the Lord's plan, he does it. He partly does that job, leaving the rest of it for all of us. The rest of the job, he's leaving it for us. So if we take the risk and we give our time, energy, intelligence, whatever resources we have at our command, and offer it in the service of Lord Chaitanya's mission to preach, the Lord becomes, because that preaching is an act being done on behalf of the Lord. So the Lord becomes very grateful and he protects and empowers. He gives them the energy, he gives them the intelligence to become successful. The Rami Buddhi Yogam Tam Yenamam Upayam Kitim. So the Lord places, and then he comes back. And then he comes back and he says, yeah. He starts talking to Hiranyaksha. The Lord is also very, uses words with double meaning. The Lord says, although the Lord was pained by the shaft-like abusive words of the demon, he bore the pain. But seeing the earth on the end of his tusks, earth was frightened by the presence of Hiranyaksha. He rose out of the water, just as an elephant emerges with its female companion when assailed by an alligator. The Lord placed the earth within his sight on the surface of the water and transferred his own energy to her so that she can float. This, I told you, is the principle of empowerment. When somebody wishes to take the mission of the Guru, then he becomes empowered by the entire Guru Parampara. Empowered means he gets special powers by the entire Guru Parampara so that he becomes successful in his efforts to preach. I told you, Lord Chaitanya's desire, Guru Parampara's desire, Prabhupada's desire is that the whole world is filled with devotees. But they don't complete that mission, though they are capable of, because they're leaving some of it for us to do. So we also get our share of excitement in our life. So while the enemy stood looking on, Brahma the creator extolled the Lord, and all of the demigods rained flowers on him. The demon, but in order to reply to him, he expressed his terrible anger. The personality of Godhead said, we are indeed, we are the creatures of the jungle. We are searching after hunting dogs like you. One who is freed from the entanglement of death has no fear from loose talk in which you are indulging, for you are bound by the laws of death. The Lord is saying, see, you seem to be forgetting that I don't have fear of death because I don't die. I am the Lord, but you are going to die. So I am not going to be scared of whatever you say. I am free. I am beyond birth and death, but you are not. So the Lord is actually giving a warning to Hiranyaksha, saying this is what will be the outcome of your fight with me. And then Hiranyaksha says, with my gada, I'm going to smash you, this and that. Then the Lord will say, let us see what will get smashed. Is it your gada that will get smashed, or you will get smashed, and we'll see what will happen to you and what will happen to me. Wait, don't hurry. Actually, the Lord says, real Kshatriyas don't indulge in empty, boastful talk. They allow their acts, their valor, their courage to talk rather than empty, boastful words. Then, thus being challenged by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hiranyaksha became angry and agitated. He trembled in anger like a challenged cobra. And then he takes his gada and throws it at the Lord. The Lord very, very, very easily dodges from that gada. Hissing indignantly, his all senses shaken by wrath, the demon quickly sprang upon the Lord, dealt him a blow with his powerful mace. The Lord, however, by moving slightly aside, dodged the violent mace blow aimed at his breast by the enemy, just as an accomplished yogi would elude death. Then it is now the turn of the Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead, now exhibited his anger and rushed to meet the demon. In this way, both of them indulge in some, I would say, mock fighting kind of a thing. Both of them showing their anger, both of them using their gada, etc. But it looked like two very powerful people of almost equal strength fighting. It looked like that. Then Brahma and the other devatas, etc., who had accompanied there, who had arrived there and who were witnessing this fight, they said to the Lord, "Oh my Lord, this demon has proved to be a constant pinprick to the devatas, demigods, the brahmanas, the cows, the innocent persons who are spotless and always dependent upon worshipping your lotus feet. He has become a source of fear by unnecessarily harassing them. Since he has attained a boon from me, he has become a demon, always searching for a proper combatant, wandering all over the universe for this infamous purpose." So Brahma is saying, there is no need to play with this serpentine demon who is always very skilled in conjuring tricks and is arrogant, self-sufficient, and most wicked. My dear Lord, you are infallible. Please kill this sinful demon before the demoniac hour arrives. And he presents another formidable approach favorable to him. You can kill him by your internal potency, without doubt. My Lord, the darkest evening which covers the world is fast approaching. Since you are the soul of all souls, kindly kill him and win victory for all the demigods. So this is the prayer. And then Brahma says the auspicious period known as Abhijit, which is the most opportune for victory, has commenced at midday and has all but passed. Therefore, in the interest of your friends, please dispose of this formidable foe quickly. So Brahma is asking, why are you waiting, my Lord? With every moment that you're waiting, our anxiety is increasing. Because the demoniac hour is arriving. The Abhijit Lagna is all but passing. Please do something quickly and finish this person, Hiranyaksha. Then in the next chapter, 19th chapter, it is explained that how the Lord, see, he rescues Mother Earth and places her on, because Mother Earth was frightened. He did it very quickly. In the same manner, when all the devatas come and beseech him, saying, please act quickly, the Lord will honor their request and deal with Hiranyaksha in a very firm way and actually kill him. In a very firm way, he will deal and kill him. So today is that special incarnation of the Lord known as Varaha Avatar. He rescues Mother Earth and then he also kills Hiranyaksha. So he kills a demon. In Kali Yuga, we kill the demoniac mentality and demoniac spirit by following the Sankirtan process as prescribed by Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu. That is the way in which we kill the demoniac mentality and the demoniac spirit. No matter how fallen or demoniac the person is, there is still hope for such a person. The mercy of the Lord is eternally available for anybody who seeks it. And for some time, sometimes for a temporary period, when a devotee becomes very offensive towards other Vaishnavas, then it may appear like the Lord is withholding his mercy. When a devotee becomes very offensive to other devotees and Vaishnavas. But otherwise, the Lord will never shut the door on anybody, no matter how many times we slip and we fall and we run into difficulties, whatever. But the mercy of the Lord, the lotus feet of the Lord is always available to a devotee. In other words, he can say, all right, let me try once again from today to become a better devotee, pick up his beads, start chanting, and the Lord will immediately start reciprocating. He does not discriminate or he does not in any sense withhold his mercy from any sincere seeker. That is the special quality of the Lord. So in that conversation that the Lord has with Vibhishana and his associates. Lord Rama tells that even if Vibhishana were to appear, and even if he has come and is really a spy who has come here on behalf of Ravana, and even if he has come here as a spy, but because he has approached me and has approached my lotus feet and sought surrender, I cannot say no to him. Even though we are not in a position to conclude about the real intention of Vibhishana, why he is coming, but I cannot deny him my shelter. The Lord then declares and he says, there is no such thing, anybody can harming me, nobody can do that. Neither do I need anybody's help to accomplish my mission, nor can anybody disturb me once I make up my mind to achieve something. But out of love for my devotees, I'm engaging everybody in my service. But it's not that I'm dependent on the devotees. But I like doing this to work with my loving devotees and together do something. So Vibhishana can actually do no damage to me or my devotees. On a mere suspicion that he may not have come with a good intention, I cannot deny him mercy. I don't know. Nobody knows. Time only will tell whether he has come with a genuine intention or not. But as far as I am concerned, I cannot deny the mercy to Vibhishana. So this is the special quality of the Lord. Actually, it is completely opposite. Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu type of people want to torment the devotees, harass the Brahmanas. They take great pleasure in doing that. When Vishwamitra takes Lord Rama to the forest and says, we are being constantly harassed by Tataka, Maricha. Lord Rama will inquire from Vishwamitra, why do they do it? I mean, if they want to eat, they can eat so many animals and this or that. Why harass the Brahmanas? Why harass the devotees? Why disturb the activities of devotees? Then Vishwamitra will tell that because of their nature, they are called the Daityas, because their nature is like that. And also because of their association, their nature, their characteristics, etc., they turn out to be extremely, that's why they're called demons. And Lord Rama asks, so what is their hope? Vishwamitra he will declare that they just have to be killed, that's all. We can't preach, they're beyond being preached, etc., etc. We just kill them. I mean, it's a different matter that in Kali Yuga, Lord Caitanya, the same Lord, takes a different approach on how to deal with people with demoniac mentality. So like that, Lord declares that even if they have come to me with nefarious intention, I cannot take any action. I have to give them a chance. So the Lord is so large-hearted. So preaching is a very exciting activity because we connect people to Krishna in some way or other. Make them chant, make them read, make them honor prasadam, make them pick up a book or do some service. And then it's fascinating because you start seeing how their life starts changing from the time they get Krishna into their lives, how everything starts changing in their life. So this is the mood of Lord Chaitanya. He wanted everyone to Tviche, Jotoache, Nagaradigram. Everybody should become a devotee. And I told you he left some of the job for us. So those who grab this opportunity to preach on behalf of Lord Chaitanya, carry forward the preaching mission, are very blessed. Krishna says in the 18th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, nobody is more dear to me than he who preaches this mission. So Kannamangala, it's a great opportunity for all of you. Actually, His Holiness Japataka Maharaj wanted that such centers mushroom practically all over Bangalore. Everywhere in Bangalore. And he even mentioned that people of Bangalore are either intelligent or pious, or both. They're intelligent and pious. And he said that the influence of Udupi is here. I mean, in this region, Lord Krishna is there. Lord Chaitanya visited. Lord Chaitanya visited Udupi. One time he even said, who knows, maybe Lord Chaitanya passed close to Bangalore, or maybe touched the outskirts of Bangalore on his way from little northern part of Karnataka to Udupi. Who knows, maybe he passed close by at least. And he then said, maybe, who knows, maybe one particle of dust from Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet drifted into Bangalore. Something like that he said. But he has said more than once that Bangalore should become the first Krishna conscious city of the world. More than once. 3-4 times he has mentioned to us. Hiranyaksha is there. And I was surprised that recently also, when we met him in Chennai, he again kind of referred to that it will be very nice if there are more Bhakti centers like this. And actually, he had a very compassionate view for the people of Bangalore. At that time, we were discussing the possibility of having student bases, and bases for young unmarried men and young unmarried women also. Married, unmarried, but youngish. Married, unmarried is secondary. And he also said that in ISKCON there are bases, but he said, very specifically he told me, the ones that Radhesham Prabhu starts all over the country, different places, he said they are too strict. You should be 16 rounds, you should be this, you should not eat this, you should not know Mangalarti, this and that. Very strict. He said, what about those who have not yet reached their level? So he actually wanted something which is in between. Somebody who's just begun the process of bhakti and has not yet reached that stage. He said, even for people in between, we should have some kind of hostels or bases. Actually, that he used the word bhakti center to refer to those kind of places. He said that 4 rounds, vegetarian, give them nice prasad, a little more friendlier time for Mangalarti, not 4:30 in the morning. I wish I had that facility when I was young.
But devotees perfect.
Yes, devotees perfect. Hiranyaksha is worried. All his brahmacharis will stand and say, Prabhu said, little more friendlier timing. Actually, it's good. The neighbors also won't be disturbed. So we can have at 6:30 or something. He's so worried. Don't worry. Devotees, no matter who tells what, they will do Mangalarti at 4:30 and they will chant during the Brahma Muhurta time. Don't worry about that. That is the quality of a devotee. Just as the quality of a demon is to go on harassing the devotees, quality of a devotee is work on his sadhana. Like that. So he said something you should have in between, neither too strict nor. So people who chant 4 rounds of this or that. And then they have a nice prasad. And then every day in the morning they get together and 10-minute or 10-15-minute class before they go out. But give them prasad, give them association, give them an opportunity to hear Prabhupada's books. And I remember one time he called me from London. He happened to visit a Bhakti center there. And he was so, what is the word? He was so impressed by it. He said, this is the perfect model for Bangalore. Because Bangalore has pockets of IT, high density IT city. So like the Marathahalli area, Koramangala area, the Manyata Park and thereabouts. So the thick density of young, intelligent, many of them are coming from pious backgrounds. So he said, how about exploring and starting something like this there? Then he was so excited, he called me, and then it's only after he spoke to me for 20 minutes, he realized that he was calling from London. He really, I mean, it struck him that, oh, I think I called you at the wrong time, right? You must have been sleeping when I called you. I mean, it was about 12:30 or 1 o'clock in the night when he called me. So he was I mean, this whole thing about making Bangalore a fully Krishna conscious city is not just a comment that he made to inspire us. He really feels for this city. He's meditating on this city. He likes this city. He likes all of you. He wants all of you to get into this as a more serious project. Like,
so the owner yes. So
introduce them.
No, from
Sure. Introduce them to everybody. Tell something about them. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹತ್ತಿರದ ಒಂದು ಕೃಷ್ಣನ್ ದೇವಾಲಯ ಇದೆಯಂತೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನದ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥಾಪಕರು ಹಾಗೂ ಅರ್ಚಕರಾದಂತಹ ತಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರು ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಯೋಗಾನಂದ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಅವರು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ?
3 ವರ್ಷ ಆಯ್ತು. ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು ಇವರು ನಾರಾಯಣ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಅಂತ, ಇವರು ಕನ್ನಮಂಗಲದ ಗ್ರಾಮದವರು ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು.
ಎಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷ ಹಳೆದು ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ? ತಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರು? ನಾರಾಯಣ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಅವರು 30 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಕೃಷ್ಣನ ದೇವಾಲಯವನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಯೋಗಾನಂದ ಸ್ವಾಮಿಗಳಿಗೆ ತಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಶುಭ ಹಾರೈಸಬೇಕು ಹಾಗೂ ಅವರ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಕೂಡ ಮುಂದೆ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹಾರೈಸಿ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಮಹಾಮಂತ್ರ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡಿ.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram.
ನಾವು ಈ ಪ್ರದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಹುಡುಕಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಚ್ಯುತ ಸಖ ಅರ್ಜುನ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಪ್ರಭು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಅವರ ದೇವಾಲಯ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ರು, ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಟ್ರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ತಮಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಅರ್ಪಿಸುತ್ತೇವೆ. ಇದೇ ರೀತಿ ನೀವು ಬೇರೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಬೇರೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ವೈಷ್ಣವ ಧರ್ಮ ಪ್ರಚಾರ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿರೋದು. ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿ ಉತ್ಸವಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಈ ಇಡೀ ಪ್ರದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೃಷ್ಣನ ಭಕ್ತರ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಯನ್ನು ಏನು ಹೇಳೋಣ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ರೂಪಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಹಾರೈಸೋಣ. ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ. ಹೇಳಿ.
ಸ್ವಾಮಿಗಳಿಗೆ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಅಂತ ಭಕ್ತಾದಿಗಳು ದಿನ ಶುಭ ದಿನ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಭಗವಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕಡೆ ನಾನಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ನನ್ನ ಭಕ್ತರಿಗೆ ಅದರಿಂದ ಭಕ್ತರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಭೇದ ಭಾವನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಭಗವಂತನ ಭಕ್ತರಾದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ನು ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಭಗವಂತ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ನಡೀತಾ ಇರೋ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ನಮಗೂ ಸಹಕಾರ ಇದ್ದೇ ಇದೆ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗೆ ಒಬ್ರಿಗೊಬ್ರು ಸಹಕಾರದಿಂದ ನಾವು ಭಗವಂತನ ಅನುಗ್ರಹಕ್ಕೆ ಪಾತ್ರ ಆಗೋಣ. ಸತ್ಯನಾರಾಯಣ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಇದೆ, ಕೃಷ್ಣನೇ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ ದಿನಾಲು ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ ಪ್ರವಚನ, ಭಜನೆ, ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸ ಮತ್ತೆಲ್ಲ ನಡೆಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸುಮಾರು ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಇವರು ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾಗಿ ನಡೆಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಪೂಜೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ಮನೆ ಬೇಕಾದಷ್ಟು ನಾವು ನಾವು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ. ಬಹಳ ಸಂತೋಷ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪುಷ್ಪಗಳನ್ನ ಹನುಮಂತ
ಧರ್ಮಸ್ಯ ಗ್ಲಾನಿರ್ಭವತಿ ಭಾರತ ಧರ್ಮಸ್ಯ ತದಾತ್ಮಾನ ಯಾವತ್ತು ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ನಾವು ಬಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಯ್ತು, ದುರ್ಬುದ್ಧಿಗಳು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಯ್ತು, ಭಗವಂತನೇ ಅವನು ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಅವತಾರದಿಂದ ಬಂದು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಸರಿಸಿ ಅವನ ಅನಂತ ವರ್ತನೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಅವನಿಗೆ ಪಾತ್ರರಾಗಿ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಪಾತ್ರರಾಗಿ ಸದಾ ಅವನ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವನ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅನುಗ್ರಹಿಸಲಂತೆ
ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ. ತುಂಬಾ ಸಂತೋಷ ತಾವು ಬಂದಿದ್ದು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡುವ.
ಆಯ್ತು.
ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ. ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ. ದೇವ್ರು ಒಳ್ಳೇದು ಮಾಡಿ. ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಒಳ್ಳೇದು ಮಾಡಿ. ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಖಂಡಿತ. ಇವತ್ತು ವರಾಹ ದ್ವಾದಶಿ, ಕೃಷ್ಣ ವರಾಹ ಅವತಾರ ತಾಳಿದಂತ ದಿನ. ಅವತ್ತಿನ ದಿನ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಉದ್ಘಾಟನೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ತಮ್ಮ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ಕೂಡ ಈ ಕೇಂದ್ರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಇದೆ. So what I was saying is His Holiness Japataka Maharaj is deeply meditating on this city of Bangalore. And I'm so excited and happy that many of you are responding to this challenge, especially Harikshetra and his team. So Sudhir Gopal is there. Yugal Kishore is there. I see so many of my old friends. So from more or less the first day of the journey, they have been partners in this exciting journey here in Whitefield. I remember we started this program. There was this one flat apartment complex. We used to do Sunday program there. And then we'd get bounced off to some other place, then some other place, then some other place. Then we hired a base. I remember on the day of the inauguration, we came there. We said part of it, some students will live. Part of it will have the Sunday program. Jugal Kishore is smiling from back. So they're all exciting part of the journey we had. And then suddenly, the biggest part of the whole thing was the Janmashtamis that we used to have here at BSR. And that gentleman turned out to be quite a friendly person. So we used to have huge scale Janmashtamis, mind-boggling scale we used to have Janmashtamis here. 1 or 2 years I came for some meetings. After that I realized that the devotees here are too good and I better sit in HBR and take care of myself. So Krishna, see, I'm speaking of the principle of empowerment. The Lord Caitanya, the Guru Parampara empowered all these devotees so nicely. I mean, I used to feel so proud of this team here. And they would come up with so many innovative ideas. Cook for Krishna and this and that. 125 kg laddu and this, and with silver coins hidden inside. And my God, children's competition. So we used to have friendly competition, like, are you doing this? I'm doing that. You do this. I'm doing this. Then we had that one longest birthday card for Krishna. So many amazing things we have done in the last 10, 12 years. Campaigns and fundraising, etc. So then we got that center. Then he came up with this whole thing that let's collect some money and keep it for a project. So that struggle is still going on, searching for a suitable land. And now we got this Kannamangala thing. Then he fixed something near the MVJ college campus also. I understand that's also operational. Is that operational?
College programs are happening.
Not like this. It's not a congregation setup.
Still we are
Searching. So then he had a base, then he had devotees joining him up. Bellandur, yeah, I know. I've been there once. Bellandur project, I went there once. We were in class. So Bellandur is still going on. And he's got a whole plan. He has told me that he will nurture them, like a bit like these startups. So take care of them, nurture them, and at some point of time, then they spin out and have their own projects, which I think is an amazing idea, so empowering and so large-hearted idea. All I can tell you is, the more you participate in this Krishna conscious journey of expansion, the more excitement and more happiness you will feel eventually. I can remember that I know that as we grow older, when we turn back and look at our life, among the things that will stay strong and some of the things that you will feel so satisfied about is what you have done for Krishna, what you have done, what you have sacrificed, what you have achieved collectively for Krishna. The HBR Layout Temple, for instance, we had so many devotees coming and doing Shramadhan. I'm sure they won't forget it easily. They laid concrete and they made floors, they made roof. So many things they've done. Shamadan. On weekends, they would come and do like that. So, like that, the life is meant to be offered as a sacrifice to Krishna. And Krishna is waiting. Who will do what for me? He's waiting. And see, ISKCON is all of you. ISKCON is not buildings actually. ISKCON is devotees, dedicated devotees. ISKCON is devotees actually. Our real strength is devotees. I don't know where else now. Seeing you now, the Kerpuram center has got so activated. I told Hiranyaksha specifically call them. They'll become very jealous when they come here. Very good. They'll go. I said I want that effect there. So they'll start thinking, how can... Now I told Hiranyaksha call my team also. So, because see, they're a little more comfortable, no? The temple is built and people are already coming and you just have to manage what we have. So that entrepreneurial spirit and startup kind of a mood is a little bit missing. So I told him, call Amima, call other devotees and show them. They'll also get excited that we should also do something like this. So I'm already getting feedback from Kerpuram that in the last 3-4 months that I've been actively involved there. To yesterday, as I think it must be an immediate effect of what you people are doing here in Kannamangala, Venudhari Prabhu called me and said, Prabhu, please block your date on 27th February. I said, Bhaiya, kya ho raha hai? Itna din to sab kuch ठीक ही था, आराम से चल रहा था जिंदगी. Suddenly क्या कर रहा हूँ? Prabhu, 27th we are going to open our center in Mediali. I didn't tell him I know where this effect is coming from. But I said, sure, no problem. I will come. I don't mind spending all the rest of my life every Sunday hopping from one Bhakti center to another Bhakti center. There can't be anything more ecstatic than this, going from one Bhakti center to another Bhakti center. So now they're doing some preaching in Bommasandra or something. Bommasandra, I think. So Harikshatra went there. They had a program there and I believe 350 to 400 people turned up there. And all of them were so enthusiastically chanting. So they were sitting there seriously thinking how soon we can identify serious people there, make them chant system, open something there. So it's exciting, it's how to take the center to every corner and every town and village. So my obeisances to all of you for your courageous step in this direction. And my congratulations to Harikshatra and his entire team, specifically to Achyutasaka Arjuna Prabhu, because I understand he's taking the lead for this. Very grateful to you. Don't let him down. Keep him busy. Very, very busy. If he plans for 100 people, bring 300 people that day. Devotees like this kind of surprises and shocks. And Krishna is he's always pulling the cards in his own unique style. So they're always on the edge, like they say. The Lord is also, when he sees that a team of devotees are excitedly working, the Lord will also play his game so uniquely. And my thanks to Harikshatra Prabhu. Thanks to each one of you. I'm very grateful to you for taking this bold step. I wish you all the best. And from HBR Center, in whatever manner we can, we would like to extend our support. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So the 27th story is not fictional story that I made up, okay? It's really happening. Medihali.
27th.
It's not a fictional thing that I made up. It's really happening, and I'm really inviting all of you, and you'll get real prasadam there when you come there. Don't worry. Medihali Center. I don't know what they're planning, but definitely that will be the first Sunday program in Medihali area. Eventually, they also plan to take some place like this. So we should get into this mood of helping and supporting one another, and also competing with one another. How you will do that simultaneously, I don't know. We should help also, we should compete also. But only the Vaishnavas know how to do this in a very, very ecstatic way. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Today is the very auspicious occasion of Varada, and this has become more ecstatic because of the presence of so many devotees here. We never planned to inaugurate a center on the Varada, but it just somehow happened. Is very famous for giving land and centers and facilities for everybody to survive in Krishna consciousness. So we dedicate this center for the preaching activities for the true servants and the true followers of Srila Prabhupada. And I'm very, very grateful to all the devotees who have assembled here, who have made this place ecstatic and devotional by their chanting, by their by the chanting, by their dancing, by their feasting. And more so, we are very grateful to His Grace Bhakti Krishna Prabhu, who has taken out time to come here and bless us by his association, by his experience, by his teachings, instructions, guidance. So let's thank Bhakti Krishna Prabhu by chanting the Hare Krishna Mantra.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama.
So we are all feeling very blessed today. Today is the day where we seek blessings again and again from all the devotees. Only by the blessings of the devotees can we get proper guidance from the teachers around us. Can our filthy heart be purified in the service of Srila Prabhupada. So thank you to all of you. Thank you to all the seniors who assembled here. We seek your blessings, constant guidance, constant support, constant corrections, inputs, so that we can move in a direction which pleases all of you. So I would again like to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra for all the devotees, all the seniors, and all the peers who are assembled here.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama.
So tomorrow is Nityananda Prayer. There is a very good chance that I will be going to Chennai for a short meeting with His Holiness Jagataka Maharaj. It's just being worked out. So if you send some pictures of this inauguration event, I'll show it to him.
We'll try to make some video.
That will be very nice. I'll play it for him. Short, 2 minutes, 3 minutes video report. So as an offering to him on the Nityananda Trayadashi. I don't know if you all know, the ISKCON Narsimha Giridhari Mandir Vaishnavis Forum. They've written a song offering to His Holiness Jagataka Maharaj. Very sweet song. So that they composed and they sang and they did some shooting, a video to go along with the song. The other day when Harikshetra came, we had a shooting in the temple. So we are offering that song also tomorrow. So I'll have the chance to inform him about the inauguration of the Kandamangala Bhakti Center. And yes, Medihali Bhakti Center also.
Hare Krishna. I would like to now call upon the core team members whom we have received guidance from over the years. So Gopal Prabhu, Vishwa Prabhu, if you can just share your thoughts with us, starting with Gopal Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. So it's been always an honor to have His Grace Varada Krishna Prabhu with us. As he was telling, we remember 12, 13 years back when he used to come, just a small group of devotees who used to be there, and Prabhuji used to inspire us to think big. That has been always his motto. Right? He's really truly carrying the mood of Hiranyaksha Swami Maharaj to always think big. And whoever he meets, he always says, okay, what's up? What's happening new? Right? And he always encourages in a very loving way, in an enthusiastic way. And as always, all of us know that, he has been doing it, whoever he meets, that's how, the Kerpuram Center, Ayappa Nagar, or Sanjay Nagar, or Kattinganahalli, or here now, how it is going. So it definitely would not have been possible if Prabhuji would not have inspired us, encouraged us, and pushed us as well. Because it's not inspiring, sometimes you have to push as well. Because otherwise, yes, all of us, we would like to sleep at home, stay at home. And thank you. So, yes, Prabhuji is there always to remind us that we are there to serve. We are the eternal servants of the Supreme Lord. We are representing Caitanya Mahaprabhu's parampara. And it reminds me how Caitanya Mahaprabhu, he used to sing and dance on this grand road of Puri by singing this beautiful verse. That's also nicely mentioned in Padyavali as well. Naham vipra na chanarapati na vaisya na sutra naham varni na chagrahapati na vanasto yatirava kintu pradya nikhila paramananda purnamritabhe gopi vatur padakamalayyo dasa dasa nudasa. So how Caitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching us what should be our eternal mood. That we should be always the servant of the servant of the servant of the gopis, the beloved of the gopis. That we should be convinced of our position and we should really work in that direction. And of whom he is a Nikhila Paramananda, he is the ocean of bliss, and Purnamrita Abdi is an ocean of the nectar. Right? We are not really working for some thousands rupees or lakhs rupees. Is really bitter at the end of the day, or small 2 BHK or 3 BHK. What he has stored for us is a Purnamrita Abdi, the ocean of nectar that is stored for us. We don't have any other position, any other upadhi that is really attached to us. We are just the servant of the Supreme Lord. And that should be always remembered, that we are here as a servant of this Supreme Beloved. We don't have anything else. And what should we do? Yes, we should really please them by loudly chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. And really feel the bliss. But Prabhupada said that, it's not that you chant and be happy yourself, but you have to share also with others. And that's how devotees have been doing all over the world. How not only we be happy, but also once we share this happiness with others, we become more happy. The real pleasure is in sharing, not really even getting it. And so many devotees, we see that now so many saffron devotees we have all around, and so many full-time devotees coming up. What they are doing it? So just to do a little bit more sacrifice for the pleasure of the Lord. Tapyanta loka tapena sadhava prayaso jana paramaradhanam tadhi purusasya khilatmana. Here Lord Shiva is saying, Parvati, that how a devotee means a sadhu's quality. Prabhuji talked about how the different qualities of a devotee, different qualities of sadhu. Sadhu means we have to perform some austerities. Austerities for what? Well, if you are working 8 hours, you work 12 hours nowadays to get more daily breads. No, for the benefit of all the living entities. How we can really enable them, empower and inspire, as we are getting it from the top. Like Prabhupada is a pushing movement, right? So as our elders are pushing us, how we can continue to push this movement, But of course, it will not come just a free of cost. We have to pay the price for it. Are we willing to pay the price? No. Definitely, Prabhuji wanted to hear more louder voice. Still, I see there is this group here, they are not yet convinced that we should put sacrifice. Are you willing to pay the price? Maharaj is in Chennai, and Maharaj wants this Kanamangala center vibration should reach Chennai. Are we willing to pay the price?
Yesterday fasting. Yesterday was fasting, Ekadashi.
This is the mercy of the devotees. How? Thinking for the others. Yes, we want to really bring all these people who are around, to hear the sound vibration, so that they really get benefited. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, we should chant loudly, so that Prabhuji comes next time, we'll not see a center, but all around, all these places, they would be chanting, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. And the price tag and everything that will be informed by Harikatra Prabhu and Achit Prabhu. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It's Grace Sudhir Gopal Prabhu. The price tag for all the achievements is when pure devotees meditate on something and then they bless the juniors. That is the price tag. If they can just meditate and bless us and guide us, then anything is possible. Thank you. Let's thank Sudhir Gopal Prabhu for chanting the Hare Krishna mantra.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram.
I would like to now call upon Kishore Prabhu to kindly guide us and share his thoughts with us, any feedback, any tips for improvement, how to be qualified enough to pay the price tag and all that.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. So I think Sudhir Gopal Prabhu just give some highlight of history from 2011. So I'll just highlight some more points on that. So it was 2011 and somewhere in May and June. So Prabhuji, Harikshatra Prabhuji were there, Varada Krishna Prabhuji were there. And Prabhu mentioned that now we have been doing the Janmashtami in our HBR layout. Now we want to expand in Marthalli area. And he said that now we don't have a team. We don't have a place. All we know that we have to celebrate Janmashtami. And yeah, HBR was just a 2-year-old in Janmashtami celebration.
We also started 2011.
Big way, big way.
Yeah.
And then now we don't have a place, we don't have any sponsor, and we don't know whether people will come or no for Janmashtami. So that's how Prabhuji inaugurated, kicked off the meetings and discussion started. And somehow one thing that we always observe that when there is an endeavor, there is a desire, Krishna always help in a bigger way. As we know from Vamana Jayanti, Vamana pastimes, when we take one step, Lord takes bigger one step. So like this, we got this place and somehow finance also got managed and the day came because at 28th of August and 29th of August 2011. And so we started morning 8 o'clock, but that is the first time. And till 12 o'clock, we did not have setup of everything. And Sudhir Gopal Prabhu got into action and then got some things. And somehow from 3 o'clock, he started coming in. And then we invited our Prabhuji to come and see, have a glance. And by the time 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, it was a full. The whole VSR was full, and the same thing on 29th of August. Then I asked Prabhuji, how many people would have attended? Prabhu said minimum 10,000 to 12,000 people would have. So that was the beginning of our Marthali Center, and now today we are almost 11 years past that incidences, and from one occasion to the other occasion to the another things, and today we are here getting one more opportunity for preaching Krishna consciousness, following Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu's instruction. As Prabhu just now mentioned that Prithvi te achayate nagaradi grama sarvatra prachara highway Moranama. So this is what the instruction given by Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu. So I was recently reading Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu visiting Vrindavan second time, Madhya Leela 17th chapter. I thought it would be very appropriate, some few of the incidences and the pastimes from Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu. How Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu personally exhibited and has shown by his own example what is the mission that he wanted all of us to follow, because he already said that but how to do that, Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu personally showed that. So in the first attempt, Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to go to Vrindavan, but somehow he couldn't go, and Sanatana Goswami said that you must not go with thousands and thousands of people with you, you must go alone. And then Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu chooses a path going to the forest. And as he was going to the forest, the first thing that happened that he was chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and he touched Vyagra, that is a tiger. And the tiger became ecstatic. Immediately you touch the electric current, you will get a shock. Similarly, this Vyagra become ecstatic. And Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu says, Krishna Krishna Prabhu kahe Vyagra utila, Krishna Krishna kahile Vyagra utila nachila. So immediately this Vyagra tiger, immediately got ecstatic feeling from Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu. He got up and he started chanting, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Not only that, he started nachila. He started dancing also. So this is the first example Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu said that how Vyagrila, that's a tiger, got ecstatic feeling from Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu. Next, he was actually taking bath in river, and comes the mad elephant there. And Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu was taking bath, and then he splashed the water. And the one kana, or the drop of the water, falls on the elephant. And immediately same thing happens. As soon as the drop of that one drop of water fell onto the elephant, immediately the elephant became ecstatic and he started dancing and singing, Krishna, 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 Krishna. And in the water itself, he started singing and dancing and chanting. So like this, multiple incidences happened. And one day, Caitanya Mahaprabhu was going, and the pack of tigers started following him along with the deers. And when they saw together, Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu turned and he was very happy, and he said, chant Krishna, 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 Krishna. Tiger and the deer started chanting and dancing. Not only that, they were embracing each other. We know the tiger and deer, they are enemy number one. But they are embracing, they are kissing each other. So that is how Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu spread the holy name to all animals. And afterwards, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami mentions about that. Next, after the animal, the turn was of birds. And when Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu was singing and dancing, the peacocks started following, and they became ecstatic, and they started chanting, Krishna, 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 Krishna. And after that, the turn comes of the trees, plants, and everybody started dancing and singing, chanting, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama. And it doesn't stop there. Then, so, Srila Prabhupada writes that, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami writes that, after giving this Krishna to birds, animals, trees, plants, and then passing through the forest, there were uncivilized people were there. And Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu given Krishna consciousness to them as well and delivered them. So that is the glories of Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu. So from the tigers, from the birds, from the trees to the uncivilized men, and finally Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu lands in Banaras, Kashi. And when he came to the Banaras and Kashi, he has his devotees, Tapan Mishra, Chandrasekhar Acharya, and there was one Brahmana. he was very much attracted by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's demeanor and by his ecstatic feelings, and he goes to Prakashananda Saraswati. And when he goes to Prakashananda Saraswati, he glorifies Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that how Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the sannyasi coming from Bengal, is not an ordinary person, but he is a Sakshat Ishvara. And he's chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. His eyes are like the petals of the lotus. His hands are very long, touching to the knee. And I am sure that he is nothing than Lord Krishna direct. And when Prakashananda Saraswati heard that, he started laughing sarcastically. This is what happens. And then he said that, I know this sannyasi, he is a bhavuka, he is a sentiment. So he said that don't go to him. You continue your Veda Patan, you continue your study of Veda, don't go to this bhavuk sentiment sannyasi. And this Brahmana became so upset, and he comes to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and narrates the whole story, what happens to discussion between Prakashananda Saraswati. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu hears that, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave a mild smile. And he says that because this Mayavadis, of course, the Brahmana has the question, why they are not able to chant? They are able to speak Brahman, they are able to speak Maya, but when I spoke all the time, not even a single time, not even once, they uttered the name of Krishna and Hari. And I want to know you from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. She was asking to Mahaprabhu that I want to know from you, why didn't they chant the holy name even once? And that is where Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives scriptural evidences and Padma Purana. And he says that because they are offended to Lord Krishna, and since they are offended to Lord Krishna, they cannot chant Lord Krishna's holy name. And the question is that what is the relation between offending Krishna and chanting Krishna's holy name? And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that, and he quotes Padma Purana, that Nam Chaitanya Krishna, Nam Chintamani Krishna se Chaitanya Raso Vigra Purna Shuddha Nitya Mukta Abhinnato Nama Namino. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that because Krishna and Krishna's holy name, they are not different. Because they are offended to Krishna, they are offended to the holy name, and that's why the holy name cannot come from their mouth. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, but I have brought the ecstatic sentiment from Bengal, Mayapur, and I want to give. But I don't see there is any customer here. But I cannot take this back. Then what he says, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very merciful, whether they are follower or not follower. He says that even if there is a alpa swalpa mulya, I still want to give this holy name of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that he came to give the holy name of Lord Sri Krishna. And even if there are people not ready, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu don't want to take that back from Kashi to Bengal, but he said that in whatever alpa mulya, whatever the mulya I get, but I will definitely give to them. And Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport that that even if there are not pure devotee, but I still, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu still want to give, even if there is small inclination to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and he wanted to give them. So what is the correlation of, we are inaugurating this center, and we are discussing about the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime here. So what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted, that the holy name should be spread all over, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not see Sthavara or Jangama, whether it's a moving or not moving. He gave Krishna very freely to everybody. And the following two shlokas, it is given how Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, Krishna Nama, Krishna Prema Deila, Lokara Nistarila. So by giving the Krishna's holy name and by giving Krishna Prema, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu delivered all the people, whether it's a Sthavara, Jangama, moving or non-moving, uncivilized birds, animals, everybody. That is the mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to deliver. And in the second shloka, following shloka, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that Krishna Nama, Krishna Prema, Dila, Lokaire Nachaila. So by giving the Krishna's holy name and by giving Krishna's prem, he made everybody dance and sing Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. So this is what Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally exhibited, that how we can give holy name to all, whether it's animals, birds, uncivilized people, or even atheists, even if small inclination is there, we can give holy name of Lord Sri Krishna. and following in the footsteps, our dear founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada, 1965, when he went, who were their audience? They don't even know who Krishna is. They don't know who is Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu is, and what to talk about the following the four regulative principles is far from reality. But Srila Prabhupada was so merciful, and he made all these hippies into happies by giving the holy name of Lord Sri Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare. So that is the very glorious disciplic succession that we have received. We are so fortunate. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu shown by his own example. Srila Prabhupada exhibited and shown by his own practical example by nothing from the zero. He has created this International Society for Krishna Consciousness. And following in the footsteps of Srila Prabhupada, one of his disciples, His Holiness Jayapadak Swami Maharaj, has desired, expressed and felt that this Bangalore city should be a Krishna conscious city. And how can it happen? It can happen only by having like this many centers in Bangalore. So taking this opportunity that we are very clear by Srila Prabhupada's mercy, our goal is very clear, our mission is very clear, and following that footstep of Srila Prabhupada and Srila Prabhupada's disciples, all we have to do is that giving Krishna Nama, Krishna Prema to all the people, whether it's a Stavara or Jangama. So with that, let's pray that Gandharva Giridhari Narsimhadev Bhagwan, that this center become another epicenter that can spread another satellite center, making this Bangalore city as a Krishna conscious city. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Krishna, for giving us the vision and the mission statement. Go out to everybody as Thavar and Jangam and everybody. We give the holy name. We don't know how to do it.
Yes, Savara is there.
Thavar is also there. We'll try our best, and we pray that your vision may come true. Next time when you come, all the Thavaras and all the Jangams will welcome you by chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Thank you so much, Krishna. Would like to now call upon His Grace Srigor Prabhu. His Grace Srigor Prabhu is a very well-known face, a very well-known devotee amongst our devotee congregation, and he is slowly gearing up and trying to take up lead in the vicinity of the ACS layout center which we have under the guidance of the core team and His Grace Hiranyaksha Prabhu. So inviting Srigor Prabhu also to help us be more inspired in this task of spreading Krishna consciousness and making Bangalore a Krishna conscious city. Hare Krishna. When Arjun Sakha Prabhu said Srigor Prabhu, he's well known. I doubt if anyone would know. Because as soon as I came here, we ended up with COVID. So it's the old congregation, as Harisha Prabhu said, that they would know, because we shifted to Vrindavan and now we are back. We not only came, we also got COVID along. So I myself seek inspiration from Varada Krishna Prabhu. He's such a powerful soul, very, very inspiring. Not only he, but his entire family, Mataji, and also his daughter, who has also become a preacher now, following Prabhuji's footsteps. And Harisha Prabhu is someone who is very humble, very intelligent devotee, very fired up and very humble. His humility is what attracts. It attracts our family the most from Harisha Prabhu. Other leaders are like Sudhi Gopal Prabhu, who very closely guides me in my day-to-day things. I would always seek his guidance and blessings. So my Guru Maharaj actually wanted Srigor, you please take some more responsibilities rather than just sitting and eating. So Guru Maharaj wanted me to do something, and I said, sure, Guru Maharaj.
And this time when I went to meet him in Kartik, I said, yes, Guru Maharaj, I'm willing to start taking. So he said, yes. This is the right time when you are still young. I don't know why does he see me still young, but he said that yes, it is good that you are still young. You take these responsibilities, and it should be good. So we'll see blessings from all of you. Like it's not immediately, but yes, under Sudhir Gopal Prabhu's and Harishay Prabhu's and Varada Prabhu's guidance, we are gradually starting up to take some responsibilities, and we continue to seek your blessings and continue. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Srila Prabhu, for all your support, all your guidance, and we hope to see you more and more in and around us so that we can get inspired. Let's thank him by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram.
So,
1353
so these are some vehicles which are parked outside, which have created a little bit of inconvenience for the neighbors. Vehicle number 1353-2024-8611. Requesting these vehicle numbers, the owners of these vehicles, to kindly remove them and put them in a suitable place. 1353-2024-8611. Okay. So it's very important to express our gratitude for our own spiritual advancement. So I will take this opportunity. By the way, after this very short vote of thanks, we have a very nice skit which is coming up, especially done by the kids of ISKCON Bhakti Center, Kanamangala. And yes. And after that, we have a Maharati and Chapan Bhog offering. And the final Maharati will be done by Krishna, and then followed by lunch prasad. So, even before I do the vote of thanks, I would like to now call upon this guest Hiranyaksha also, who has been already, actually, this is his project, his brainchild, and he has been working for it. His idea is to empower people and ensure their success, and then allow them to grow in a very detached way without exercising any control or ownership. And this creates a very loving bond between him and all his associates and subordinates and counselees and others. So I would like to now call upon him and seek blessings from him so that we can progress as a center and add more value to the Girdhari Parivar. Please.
Hare Krishna. So, as the other devotees were mentioning, when we started our Janmashtami in 2011 in the HBR layout, at the same time, I was sent out to celebrate Janmashtami in Maratalli. So, right from the beginning, I think this is our, the seed is like, where I was brought up, the seed is like this. We wanted always to, when a particular place stabilizes, immediately we want to keep our leg on another place. So that's our, that's the mood in which we have been brought up. And I'm very happy, Achutpu was telling 2-3 days back that Prabhu, I'll stabilize this place in 2-3 years and then nearby I'll open another center. I was like, amazing. So now I'm very, very happy that devotees are also taking up this mood. And I see that one thing I constantly meditate upon is, as Prabhuji was mentioning, Varada Krishna was mentioning, like His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj has mentioned this place to become first Krishna conscious city. And how will it happen? I always used to meditate. So even for 10 people to sustain, we need one Bhakti Vriksha leader. And for few hundred people to sustain, we need one bigger leader who can actually handle all the emotions, handle all the issues, and like sort out everything. In fact, when we discussed this thing with His Grace Vaisheshika Prabhu, one of the dear disciples of Srila Prabhupada, he told Krishna Pancha city, talking about some lakhs of devotees, that means whole GBC has to sit there only. So many problems will come. More people, more problems. So like that. So it is a leader who actually neutralizes these problems, who actually keeps everything together and keeps the thing moving. So I always used to think that if there's so many preaching has to happen, so many centers has to come. So it's only way possible is the number of leaders, And here, I'm very, very thankful to Varada Krishna for giving me this mood also, that anybody we see, he has some leadership quality, immediately give him some project, trying to train him and then give him some project so that he can actually expand. So that is our mood. So wherever we are seeing a little bit of spark of leadership, we are always there. Like Bangalore is sufficiently big, and in fact we can open centers every street also. So so much of scope and opportunity is there. Big corporates are able to see scope and opportunity. Big meat chains, like what is it, tender cut, so many different, even they see so much of opportunity to growth in Bangalore. So why not we, the Krishna conscious devotees who have the greatest treasure, who have the medicine for all the problems of life, why not we have the enterprising and the expansion kind of a mood. So we should actually have that. And now I'm welcoming.
And put these meat chains out of business.
Yeah, we have to put these meat chains out of business. So, like, any leader sitting over here, we welcome you. And we will be very, very grateful, for you to take any responsibility. So slowly, gradually, in various levels, you can take responsibilities and then you can grow out. And people, others other than leaders, you feel like you're not a leader, you can very well support a leader who's taking the challenge and taking the responsibility and taking the heat. So that's a great service that we can do, and in this way we can spread the Krishna consciousness nicely. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, His Grace Hiranyaksha, for being there all the time, as a personal guide, personal mentor, friend, philosopher. All kinds of relationships are being relished in his association. So let's thank Hiranyaksha Prabhu by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So we have, I have just been informed, the skit based on Lord Nityananda's pastimes is ready now. We'd now like to call upon the skit team to, okay, so the entry is from the door which is behind. So we'll see a wonderful pastime enacted by these children who have a very pure heart. And we'll try to immerse ourselves in the pastimes of Lord Nityananda. Tomorrow is Nityananda Triyodashi. So this event is also, the skit is also a way in which we can prepare our consciousness for tomorrow. Welcoming the skit team. Hare Krishna.
No, they're also going to speak. Yeah. Okay. Fast.
पेपर लगा देंगे तो शक नहीं लगेगा। पेपर लगा देंगे तो शक नहीं।
knock.
Who is it? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
Lord Nityananda and Haridas Thakur go to another house. Knock, knock.
Who is this? What Hare Krishna? What Hare Krishna? You people have come to my house to rob my house. Run away, otherwise I will call the Kasi. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Jagai and Madai are roaming around, harassing everyone.
Oh, give me all your money, otherwise I'll kill you.
Mike.
I got the most money. I'm the strongest. What? What are you saying? I got the more money. I got.
Lord Nityananda and Haridas Thakur come to the scene.
Who are they?
Jagai and Madai, name any sin that these two have not committed.
Haridas, if we make these two devotees, then the whole of Navadvip will chant the names of Krishna. Nityananda Prabhu, please be careful. Hare Bhai, Jagai and Madai, chant Hare Krishna. What nonsense are you saying? What did you say? Chant what? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, let's teach them both a lesson. Let's beat them up. Malo.
A few were laughing and cursing Nityanand Prabhu and Haridas, while a few Vaishnavas were praying to the Lord to protect both of them.
Good. Nityananda should be taught a lesson. These two madmen have been troubling us.
Oh Lord Hari, please save Nityananda and Haridas.
Nityananda and Haridas are roaming in the market, enthusing everyone to chant the name of Lord Hari.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Look, there is Jagai and Madai. Let's go and beg them to chant Hare Krishna. Nityananda Prabhu, please be careful.
Guru Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Guru Krishna Shiksha. Guru Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Guru Krishna Shiksha. Krishna, Mata Krishna, Pita Krishna, Dhanata. Krishna, Mata Krishna, Pita Krishna, Dhanata. Krishna, Samsara, Guru Charana Charana.
Jagai and Madai, I beg you to chant Hare Krishna. Dare not preach me, otherwise I'll kill you.
Meanwhile, one devotee rushes and tells Chaitanya Mahaprabhu about Nityanand Prabhu being hit by Madai.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Nityananda has fainted because of Madai. Please go and protect him.
Oh Krishna, Nityananda, who dares to do this? Sudarshan! Sudarshan, appear now and kill these two brothers who have hurt my Nityananda.
Mercy, Mahaprabhu. You have appeared in this incarnation to give Krishna's brain, not to kill these brothers. In fact, Jagai saved me when Madai was about to hit me again.
I saved you? Where is Jagai?
O Supreme Personality of the Godhead, you are the supremely compassionate. Oh my Lord.
Seeing his brother delivered and completely freed from sins, Madai also grabbed the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu.
Oh Caitanya Mahaprabhu, me and my brother are partners in crime. It is not fair that you deliver one and leave the other.
Mahaprabhu was in no mood to forgive Madai as he had hit Nityanand Prabhu.
Nityananda Prabhu, please forgive me. Please forgive Mahaprabhu. Please forgive him. You have appeared in this form to deliver all the fallen souls. Kindly bestow your mercy on him.
Now you both are devotees, so don't commit any more sins. And chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and serve all the Vaishnavas.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Both the brothers promised to always chant the glories of Krishna. Dear devotees, from this pastime, we understand that to get the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we should always first take shelter of Lord Nityananda. Nitai Gaur Pramanande.
Olaya Sakalanga Ashoganga Maya.
Simply by talking of Nityananda Prabhu, one awakens his love for Krishna. Thus all his bodily limbs are agitated by ecstasy and tears flow from his eyes like the waters of the Ganges.
Nityananda
Krishna Prema Prada Prabhu. नित्यानंद चंद्रस्य शुभम शुभम यदं प्रत्यहं तथा प्रत्युपायते नरा
नमे नित्यानंदा तुम्ही रूपे नित्यानंदा तुम्ही नित्यानंदा
Your name is Nityananda. Your form is also Nityananda, or full of eternal bliss. You are Nityananda because you are Lord Balaram personified. Hari Bol.
Thank you, Prabhujis and Matajis, for patiently watching this skit. Hope you all enjoyed it. We would also like to thank our actors. Ved as Caitanya Mahaprabhu, Arav as Nityanand Prabhu, Ayan as Haridas Thakur, Om as Jagai, Shiv as Madai, person 1 Isha, person 2 Irish. And we would also like to thank Pushkarni Mataji for adding life to this skit. And we would also like to thank our Kirtan band, Aditya, Pranav, and Prabhujis. Hari Bol!
Given the mic, very good. Violet वाला mic है ना? That is not sharp.
Thank you very much to the Skit team. These skits go a very, very long way in making us Krishna conscious. These are the actual ways, these are the actual sources of Krishna conscious entertainment. Our forefathers, great grandfathers, after working hard for a day, would relax into these kind of skits and they would dream of Krishna in the night. So this is the official way of life. And we would like to promote more and more such skits. Even Lord Nityananda would perform such skits when he was a small child. Even Lord Caitanya participated and enacted various skits himself. So this is a bona fide, authorized way of propagating Krishna consciousness, especially for the people who have a graphic memory or the young kids. When they see such skits, it leaves a deep impression. So we thank the Skit team for coming up with such a nice skit. So much of innocence was there in all the kids. If only I could have that much innocence in my practice of Krishna consciousness, maybe Lord Nityananda would have been more pleased. So let's thank this Skit team by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Yeah, if we can, just check it. So, so we would now like to proceed towards the vote of thanks. And there is a huge list. It's not possible to name everybody, and I'm really poor with names, ungrateful at heart. I forget. I mean, I'm basically ungrateful. I don't remember what people have done, but I've just tried to list down few of the names who deserve, actually all the names. Your own effort is your own reward, but then just few names cannot go without being mentioned. So I would like to thank first of all the devotees who have come from all the various parts connected, from all the various areas connected to ISKCON Whitefield. Thanking all the devotees who have come from the ACS layout region, thanking all the devotees who have come from the Bellandur region, thanking all the devotees who have come from Kadugodi, Kanamanga region. Thank you very much for your presence. It's your presence which has made our day, which has made this inauguration very successful and very graceful. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. So we would like to begin thanking, of course, with all the devotees who worked very hard to set up this place. We are trying to figure out and see if we can show you a visual demonstration of how this place transformed from a cow shed to a ISKCON Bhakti Center, Kanamangala. Let's hope and pray that we can get this. Seeing that will be a huge inspiration. What it is, it in itself will let us know what is the power of the meditation of devotees. Any place like Lord, okay, I'm getting shock from the mic. I'll stand on the mat. And then it's not. So, like Lord Krishna says, Naham Tishtami Vaikunthe Yoginam Hridaya Shiva Tatra Tishtami Narada Yatra Gayanti Madhbhakta. Wherever my devotees reside, that place is where I choose to reside, and wherever Lord Krishna resides becomes a Vaikuntha. So literally, if things work out, if the demigods who are in charge of demo, if they get pleased with us, and if this demo works, then maybe we'll have some time to see this. But then in the meantime, I'd like to thank all the devotees who have taken part right from the time of looking for a center. We stumbled across various places, and it really needed a very creative vision and a very insightful vision to find out something which doesn't look good, which is surrounded by so much cow dung, urine, dust, cobwebs, cows, goats, hens, lambs. We can hear the lamb outside all the time. So it takes a lot of vision and guidance to unearth a diamond-like center like this. And all glories and all credits goes to the devotees who are in the search party. It started somewhere in the month of November, and we found we had shortlisted 7 places. And then I requested His Grace Hiranyaksha Prabhu to come down and see all those 7 places. But when he came to see, the choice became very clear. It just zeroed into one place. And then miraculously things worked out. The owner, Ravi Prabhu, he's a very, very sincere and very, very pious person, son of an extremely pious father. They were just opening all hands and all doors for us to assist us. The first thing which they said was, do you want to do Krishna Prachar, Krishna Nam? We are there to assist you. And that's how the place of Lord Krishna doesn't come in an impious place or in the property of an impious person also. So this itself proves that we have very pious owners here who have allowed us to propagate. And today in the morning I was discussing some future plans, and he was encouraging more and more and more, and he was saying, let me know whatever I can do. So we're just waiting for him to come, and then we'll also thank him. But apart from that, especially the Kadugodi devotees, I think we have to call now Kanamangala devotees. So thank you, my humble obeisances to all of you for having assisted in so many ways, right from finding the center to doing everything which you practically see. And as I speak, I see Ravi coming up. Ravi, please can you apply the Raja 1 minute? Hare Krishna. So we would like to present a small miniature version of our altar. ये हमारा altar में जो भगवान है उनका एक छोटा फोटो है. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Sir. मैं बोल रहा था ये हमारे temple वर्क कृष्ण. He is the owner, Prabhu, Ravi. He has been assisting us since day one.
గుడికి ఒకసారి రండి అక్కడే వీళ్ళిద్దరు ఉన్నారు. గోశాల ఉంది, నరసింహస్వామి ఉన్నారు. చాలా సంతోషం. మీకు సంతోషం. ఫస్ట్ డే ఎంతమంది వచ్చారు? మీ ఫ్యామిలీ వచ్చారా?
Anybody else want to say something? आपको कुछ बोलना है? No, sir. Thank you. So thank you so much to Ravi Prabhu and his entire family. They take care of us. They are there to support us. When we have a very, very cooperative person next to you, then you get all the engagement. Your engagement index basically goes high. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. So we would like to thank all the people again who are assembled, as well as the Kanamangala devotees who have assisted. But I would not like to fail to take the names of few people who have surprised us. Not only they have helped us emotionally and resourcefully, but they have also taken out time to come here. I'm talking about Prachi Mataji and Varsha Mataji. Varsha Mataji has flown in for this inauguration right from, all the way from Chennai. She has various engagements. Mumbai. And I think Prachi Mataji has flown in from Chennai. So these two devotees, we are really touched by your effort, by basically this gesture of coming down all the way. This shows that we have really strong bonds, and borders and various pandemics cannot stop us. We hope and pray that you will become more and more active and sincere in your own journey of Krishna consciousness. We are very touched by your arrival here and by your sweet gesture. Thank you very much. And to all the devotees who have traveled from far and wide, but these were the devotees who have traveled from the farthest. So I just thought of mentioning their names. Okay. And yes, everybody who sees the center from outside, they say, okay, it's a nice place. but we can do something about it. But as soon as they enter here, it becomes very beautiful. That's the first impression which people have. So 2 people have tirelessly worked for this. Actually, 3 people. Number 1, we have Meenu Jetli Mataji. It is her clarity of thought, clarity of vision. She made it clear from day one that Prabhuji, this is how it should be. This is where things should be. Had it not been for her, that much aesthetic sense and offering a nice center to the Lord wouldn't have been possible. So I would now like to call upon Meenu Mataji and we would like to give a very small token of gratitude from our side. I will request Hiranyaksha to hand over a gift which we have very thoughtfully meditated upon. Maybe Hiranyaksha can show it to Meenu Mataji also and also to everybody. This is a coffee table book which contains the memories of Srila Prabhupada in very high. There in this book. Anybody who reads this book will become a soul surrendered to Srila Prabhupada. And we thank you.
This is she's the interior designer who did the.
Thank you so much, Meenu Mataji. We are very, very grateful to you. And we are hearing that you are assisting in the look and feel of all the centers, which are maybe, if any other center needs your help, we will not hesitate to contact you. Thank you. And of course, I would like to make a special mention for Viraj Prabhu. Every center or every task gets executed when there is one executor there, one who is there to execute all the actions. There are people who make the plans, who make the vision, but we also need someone to assist in implementing that vision and making that manifest. So Viraj Prabhu has been here since the day we found this place. He is a close friend of the owner also. He's the one who is there in all the meetings where we do the negotiations for the rent. He's the one who was anything which needs to be done, he just drives in here and spends hours and hours and hours together. I got an opportunity to visit his family. Family was telling that he says I'll come in 5 minutes, but he doesn't come back in 4 hours also. So this shows his dedication to both his family as well as Krishna. So it's a very nice, he's a very nice associate to have. It's a privilege. He's a leader, and I pray to Shri Gandharvika Girdhari and Shriman Mahaprabhu to bless him and his family and all the leaders under him. He is a sector servant, so all his leaders below him trying to assist him. And I would like to seek blessings from all the senior Vaishnavas assembled here. I would like to beseech to all of you to bless this wonderful family who have given their time. This time, Viraj Prabhu and his family and all the leaders of Sri Gauranga Circle by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So, as we take some more time to set up the demo, I would be very happy to present the future plans or the immediate plans which we have for this center for the pleasure of Varada Krishna Prabhu and all the leaders assembled here. So we are fully in line with the desire to make Bangalore a Krishna conscious city. Our efforts may be insignificant, but we are very, very ambitious about the vision in a very Krishna conscious way. So for the pleasure of all the devotees and all the leaders and all the preachers assembled here, we would like to present the plans which we have for this center. To keep the devotees around here engaged, and in order to take that engagement in a sustainable way, we plan to have a monthly Sunday feast from this month. We hope to make it a weekly Sunday feast very soon, but in order to keep things sustainable growth is good growth. We plan to do that. And then one thing which we will continue, the Gita courses, that is the flagship program of our center. So we will hold a weekly Gita course every Sunday here in the center. So every Sunday evening,
We will have physical sessions of the Gita course. Those who are here, Gita course students, and those who are hearing online, please take note that now, along with the discourses, Krishna Prasad is also available for you. You can take part in Aarti, you can take part in Prasadam feasting, and you can also hear the discourses. Please take full advantage of this wonderful center and the scenic beauty around this and the association of devotees. It's very encouraging to see that crowd is being pushed forward because more and more people are coming. That's why this center was built. Please come forward as more and more devotees flow in. So we want to do a monthly Sunday feast. We want to do a regular evening Gita course every Sunday. We want to do regular book distribution. We again want to kickstart our monthly Sankirtan festival. It happens once a month, and then again the desire is to make it weekly. We want to intensify the youth preaching activities here. His Grace Hariksha Prabhu has taken a commitment from me that 2 weeks a day I have to come out in this area and try to do some youth preaching. I will try my best to stick to that commitment and see whatever is possible to do for the pleasure of Hariksha Prabhu and the other devotees. We also want to regularly go out on Harinam Sankirtan activities with Prasadam boxes so that we can go out, give the holy name to people and distribute Krishna Prasad. And finally, something very sweet has happened. The leaders of Gauranga Circle, they have come forward on their own, and they have decided to open this center every evening, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. and perform an aarti and be available for everybody who is coming, host them, guide them, connect them. So that's how we are starting. This center is not a weekend center. We hope to have it opened every day, and that's our desire. We seek blessings from everybody who is assembled here. Please bless us so that we can be successful in whatever we are trying to do for the pleasure of devotees and Srila Prabhupada. So these were the immediate plans which we have for this center. Thank you very much. And now we have a short video which we will see, and we will try to understand how the meditation of devotees has completely transformed this place. Hare Krishna. Various options which place to choose. So, can we pause it a little bit here? So, when we took this place, as I said, a lot of vision and a lot of insight was needed to understand that this place can be made like this. So, when we entered here, on the leftmost photo you see, that is the vision from the entrance. And then this second photo which you see is the door which Dinbandhu Prabhu just covered with curtains. And this is how this place was. And somehow, Hariksha Prabhu guided us, and Krishna inspired us, so we decided to take this place. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. This is how the kitchen would look. No, please continue. This is the kitchen. This is the place where the Prabhupada altar has been set up now. So earlier, the ceiling was like this, asbestos ceiling, 8 feet height on this side and 11 feet height on the left hand side. And now they have put the false ceiling. The work has gone. Slowly things started shaping up. Then this wonderful board came up. Some of the neighboring shopkeepers have also got inspired. They want this kind of a board. A very beautiful photo has come on the right hand side also. Yeah. So just can we pause for a minute? So this photo is also not just a photo. When we set it up yesterday, in 1 hour only I could see at least 10 people who were passing by, either walking or on a bike or in a car. They were reading this mantra, Hare Krishna, and driving. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. This photo itself is doing preaching for us. So that is, this photo is one of our preachers, by the way. A lot of effort has been put in by the decoration team, led by Shashi Gaurang Prabhu. So we have some devotees connected to us who are in gardening and foresting. So they have a vision of their own. They have brought in various pots and they plan to plant various trees around and keep this place very green. So in the next few years, you'll see some more greenery here. Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. The night before the inauguration, the people who made the inauguration possible, these are the people. After the Mangalarti, our first chanting session, we have blissfully chanted Hare Krishna. Without the support of ISKCON vital leadership, this wouldn't have happened. So we thank His Grace Hiranyaksha Prabhu and the core team for guiding us all throughout. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So as we saw this PPT, we the leaders of Kadugodi Kanamangala congregation, we would like to remind ourselves that the mercy doesn't come from us, but it comes through us. And we would like to remind ourselves that this mercy is coming from our seniors who are more sincerely and more intimately connected to Sri Radha and Krishna. And in that mood, we would like to seek blessings once more so that we could do something which could be of some pleasure to the devotees. Please bless us, and we seek blessings, and we request all of you to bless us by chanting the Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So it is very important for our devotees to know what pleases their superiors. And one thing I know that book distribution pleases our superiors very much. So I would make this humble attempt, insignificant attempt, to do some book distribution now. Please don't go away. We have prasadam also.
So I'd like to mention this very wonderful personality, our Achyut Arjun Saka Prabhu, so who has been really an amazing leader who has brought about an amazing change in this particular area. So it all started one time, we were doing Janmashtami and we wanted to do Janmashtami in one more location. So we were thinking whom to send, to this location. So I had come to Manjulali Mataji's house for delivering some Bhagavad Gita books. And I thought Kadugodi is so far away, does people live also over there? And when I came to this area, I saw so many apartments. So we thought, we should do something here. So then, we were discussing, core team devotees were discussing, and we were thinking whom to send, to this place for conducting Janmashtami. That time Achuthu came inside the room. So whoever comes inside the room at the time, he becomes the scapegoat. So everybody saw, okay, he is the person. So no, you should be sent to this area. And Prabhu very readily accepted, and he came here and he did Janmashtami, and then like Janmashtami we should do something after program. So we advertised Gita course also. After that, Gita course was conducted, and then year on year, like it became really very wonderful. So I thank Achyut Arjun Sakha Prabhu to responding to the call of challenge that we have been throwing at him, and very nicely he has come up and he has brought about this wonderful congregation. I am very, very grateful to him. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Parikshit, for all your constant guidance. He has presented a very nice picture about my so-called personality, but I know one needs to be tolerant to put up with me, and Prabhu is one of the most tolerant people who basically I just keep offending, but he still keeps accommodating. So thank you very much. And tomorrow is Nityanand Triyodashi, and Nityanand Triyodashi is a very special festival in the lives of all devotees who are looking out for mercy. And Nityanand Prabhu inspired personalities like Vrindavan Das Thakur and Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami to elaborately write about the pastimes of Lord Caitanya. And one of the principal accounts of the pastimes of Lord Caitanya is the Caitanya Charitamrita. So Varada, Dwadashi, Nityanand Triyodashi, these are very nice occasions to welcome a Caitanya Charitamrita in your place. So just to make this place and this event more and more auspicious, we would like to put the icing on the cake by doing lots of book distribution here. So we have many Chaitanya Charitamrita sets here. We would like to invite devotees who would like to take Chaitanya Charitamrita sets. Anybody who would take a Chaitanya Charitamrita set would receive it from the hands of Varada Krishna Prabhu, and I mean for a token we'll give you one book now. Later on you can take the entire set. So anybody who volunteers to take a Chaitanya Charitamrita set will receive it personally from Varada Krishna Prabhu's hands. Yeah. A disclaimer, this is not just one book, 8 books come along with this. So those who are thinking I'll just take one book and be happy, you have to read 9 books, but this should not be a discouragement. The more the merrier. So Meenu Jetli Mataji, welcome to the wonderful pastimes of Lord Caitanya.
Who's taking a note?
Yeah, somebody has to take notes. Somebody has to become the Chitragupta. Meenu Mataji, please note. Okay.
I'll do.
So Prabhuji will, as a token, he will hand one book. She has taken a set on the occasion of Varada Dwadashi. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Okay. We can give set only. Set devenge. Thank you. So, who would like to invite Lord Chaitanya's pastimes in their home and make it very auspicious? Who would like to take another set from? Please come. What's your name? Pranati. You stay here? Oh, yeah. Anita Mataji's daughter. So Anita Mataji's daughter Pranati is taking one Chaitanya Charitamrita set. Youthhood or childhood is the best time to read about and learn about Lord Chaitanya. Yes. So those who are wondering about the, like in the words of Sudhir Gopal Prabhu, the price tag of this Chaitanya Charitamrita set, it's priceless, but it comes for a very, very humble. It comes for a very, very humble contribution of 3,800 rupees. In this 3,800 rupees, one can save themselves from 3,800 further lifetimes. So please take this book. Don't worry about the cost. Devotees are there to help, assist in various ways. Who would like to take the next Chaitanya? We have 15, by the way. So 15. Okay, Mataji. Your name is Shelza. Shelza Mataji is taking a Chaitanya Charitamrita set. Sorry, bro, you have to. Thank you very much. So Shelza Mataji has taken the 3rd Chaitanya Charitamrita set. Deepa Suresh Mataji, a very avid Bhagavatam reader. And Deepa Suresh Mataji, she loves to read Bhagavatam, and her next step is to read Chaitanya Charitamrita. Thank you very much, Mataji. So just see, in a just blink of an eye, 4 sets, how many, 4 or 5? 4 sets have gone. We have just 9 more sets to, 11 more sets to go, and I see Manamita Mataji and her daughter coming up. We would like to offer this Chaitanya Charitamrita to the family of Manamita Mataji. So 5 Chaitanya Charitamrits have been distributed. Srila Prabhupada is smiling in the altar there. He's feeling very happy. Who is that fortunate person who will take the 6th Chaitanya Charitamrita set? Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please come. Please come. All of you who want to take, please come. Lord Chaitanya is that personality for whom we should all fall in a queue. Murli Mohan Prabhuji has taken the 6th Chaitanya Charitamrita set. Congratulations to you. Prabhuji, please. Santosh Kumar. Santosh Kumar Prabhuji is taking the 7th Chaitanya Charitamrita set. Okay. One of my very senior mothers is coming. Revati Yadav Mataji. Thank you. Thank you, Mataji, for taking this Chaitanya Charitamrita set. How many gone till now? 8 or 9? 8 Chaitanya Charitamrita sets have gone. We need to just distribute few more. Hare Krishna. Deepmala Gulani Mataji, the English. The mother of Jagai Madhai, sorry. The people who became Jagai Madhai. Om and Sue, she has taken the 9th Chaitanya Charitamrita set. Who will take the 10th one? 10th set, please. If we can distribute 15, it will be a good number. No number is small number for Lord Nityananda. Who would like to take Chaitanya Charitamrita set home today on the hour? Let's round it off. 9 is a single digit number. Let's round it off to 10. Anybody who is interested, who is viewing online, please type your name and number in the chat box so that we can block one Chaitanya Charitamrita set for you. Okay. Okay. We can take sponsor. What is the name of Mataji? Rashmi Mataji has sponsored one Chaitanya Charitamrita set. Okay, please be intelligent. Somebody has sponsored. Who would like to take? One Chaitanya Charitamrita set is coming free of cost. Who would like to take it? Your daddy is here. Okay, please come. Okay, one second. Lord Chaitanya sometimes chooses someone else. So what was your name, Mataji? Rashmi Mataji has decided to donate one Chaitanya Charitamrita set to the local schools, which will be kept in their library. Thank you, Mataji. So we have distributed 10 sets. Sorry? So you can take it, Mataji, now, if possible. Can you give her a set? Please take it with you so that we don't have any follow-up and other things to do with you. Okay, we have successfully distributed 10 sets. What about the number 11? Yes, Mataji. Sindhu Mataji has also decided to sponsor one set. Okay, Lord Chaitanya is very merciful. He has given another chance. So Sindhu Sablok Mataji is sponsoring one set. Who will be that Yajantihi Sumedhasha, the most intelligent person who would like to take a Chaitanya Charitamrita set free of cost? Right now, in front of the altar. Come on, please come. Hare Krishna. Apati Sindhu Mataji. No, she is taking, you give it to her from your hand. So, Sindhu Sablok Mataji, 11th set. What is your name, Mataji? Rukmini Mataji. So Sindhu Mataji is gifting a Chaitanya Charitamrita set to Rukmini Mataji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare. Okay. Somebody just told me only 3 more sets are available. Can we finish it off so that we can get more and more stock here? Mitra Mataji wants to sponsor one set. Another chance by Lord Nityananda. Please come. Would you like to take a set? Please come. What is your name, sir? Srinivas Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Srinivas Prabhu is receiving a Caitanya Charitamrita set from Mitra Roy Mataji. This is the 12th Chaitanya Charitamrita. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Okay. So we have a card here.
This they can pay for CC.
Yeah. So we have some return gifts, by the way, for all of you. We have printed some very beautiful calendars. You like the photo in the altar? There are various other photos in that calendar. You can have a look and meditate on the beautiful form of the Lord. Srila Prabhupada says in the 4th canto, one who meditates on the personal form of the Lord never falls down. So we have a return gift, a calendar for all of you. And those who would like to distribute it in your apartment, communities, societies, friends and family and loved ones, we have a whole bundle for you, provided you take the accountability and responsibility to distribute it nicely. Also, we have some cards. As all of you know that from the last few months, we were in the process of acquiring a land and we had gathered some Lakshmi. But land deals are not something easy to crack. So our search continues. And as and when we get a land, we need to build a temple. So we need more hands and legs to raise funds for us. So we have a card where this option is there, where you can just very casually meet someone and on behalf of all of us, you can just try to entreat to them, try to request them to give some donation and purify their life. So there is a scan code which is available on this card, which will be also given to you along with the calendar. Anybody can scan on this and make a payment. And those who have taken the Chaitanya Charitamrita sets, you can also do the payment today itself. So these cards are available. So we have successfully distributed 12 sets. We have. Okay, Radhesham Prabhu. Radhesham Prabhu and Prahlad Prabhu. Please. They are very sincere devotees. I'm very happy to be associated with them. They are from the Kumar Sampradaya, but they chant 16 rounds of mantra given to them by their spiritual master. But they are very fond of Prabhupada's books. They read Prabhupada's books and their desire is to become a preacher of Krishna consciousness. So, set goes to
one set sponsored from Bangalore Circle, Padma Priya Mataji.
Padma Priya Mataji has sponsored one set. She's from the Vrajabhumi Circle. Who would like to take the sponsored set, the 14th set? Please come. But you'll read, no? Please come. What is your name? Kushal. Have you met before? Your first time visiting Bangalore. See, which are such a nice place you've landed. So, Padma Priya Mataji has gifted one Chaitanya Charitamrita set to Kushal Prabhu. Kushal Prabhu, you are very great. We are very grateful to. I mean, you are very fortunate to receive it. So we have one last set which is pending, and Naina Mataji is raising her hand. She already has. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So the Bhakti Riksha leader wants to commemorate the effort taken by the Bhakti Riksha members. Prachi Mataji was flown in from Chennai. So with Prabhu is also here. So Naina Mataji, being the Bhakti Riksha leader, wants to give them a Chaitanya Charitamrita set. Right now it's in the altar. One more can be received. Okay. Yeah. So as a token, we will give this book to that Mataji to attend this inauguration. So
आप दीजिए नहीं आप दीजिए
Prachi Mataji, please आ जाइए. Vidhu Prabhu. So we are very touched that you have flown all the way from Chennai.
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. So now this inauguration festival. Yes, you will not go without a set. It's in the altar. Yes. From the altar. It's a very auspicious set coming directly from the altar. Thank you. So with this, we conclude our inauguration festival. We have just one more event pending. You can see 56 bhoga items lined up here, and 66 bhoga items lined up here. We would like to offer this to their lordships, and we will perform final Maha-Aarti. We will request His Grace Varada Krishna Prabhu bhoga to the Lord and also perform the Maha-Aarti on our behalf. As Varada Krishna Prabhu gets ready for the Aarti, as I said, I'm a very ungrateful person. I don't remember what people have done for me. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Koti Shashi Gaurang Prabhu. All the decoration which you see here has been single-handedly done by him and his team. He's the one who went to the market every morning. In fact, he also came forward to stay in this place where no one was there to stay, just to take care that the arrangements are there on time, and the Aarti paraphernalia is ready, and the decorations and all the guidance to all the decoration team available here. He's the one who's made this center look beautiful. So I would request all the devotees to bless Koti Shashi Gaurang Prabhu by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More Shri Krishna Caitanya Daya Karo More Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Daya Karo Premananda
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare
संकीर्तन की श्री गांधर्व का गिरिधारी श्रीमान महाप्रभु की जय, लक्ष्मी नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय, तत्व की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. Hare Krishna. So now the altar will be open for some time for devotees to take darshan.